Let's go.
The Ace and TJ family presents Unfiltered, Uncensored, and Uninterrupted. Well, almost.
Right ahead. Let's go.
This is Share Funny from the Ace and TJ Show Plus.
Plus. All right, who's going to field all the comments? Because Share Funny is not live on the YouTubes today.
So I'll do that.
Well, you know what? Just do a standard reply, Riggins.
Yeah.
And just say, yes, it is. And make them think that it's something they're doing wrong.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Restart your computer.
What are you doing? It's working on our end.
Yeah. Whomp it one good time on the side.
Yeah, sorry, no one else has said they're having a problem, so I'm not sure what to tell you.
Alexis's car wouldn't start this morning. She needed a battery. And, you know, she was texting us about it this morning, and she goes, I hope it's just a battery. But damn, batteries are expensive, too. I don't think you can get a battery for less than $100 now.
Yeah, they're pretty expensive. They're more expensive than I thought they were. I had to get one a while back.
Mm-hmm. And you would think that she would have a little car because she's so little that, you know, would run on some double A's or something.
Well, Stuart Little car.
Mm-hmm. I found this story, and it was a little bit, you know, I don't quite understand it. It's a story about this guy who is 89. He lives in England, and he set up his first date in 30 years. He hasn't had a date in 30 years. And then his name is Joe Allington. And just skimming the story, he has a TikTok account, which is kind of weird. And for some reason they put in, that he likes BBC. So I don't know what kind of date he had lined up. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That was who was doing the story, the British Broadcasting Company.
That's unfortunate naming.
Oh, dude. Crazy.
Man.
Stupid. Yeah.
Come with me on my first dinner date in 30 years. And then it shows him getting stood up is what happened.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Right. And he may have staged that because he's just looking. I mean, he's on TikTok. Yeah. So what's he expect? He's on TikTok because he wants, attention and all. Yeah. And then shows himself at the restaurant waiting, and she never shows up. Shows him getting ready and home. He's combing his old hair and all.
Who filmed it?
Waiting patiently, and then he goes ahead and looks like he waited an hour. She didn't show up, so I just ate alone. The BBC, the big BBC. That's where the story was.
Okay.
So I'm guessing that they're the ones that filmed it.
That is so sad.
If it's true.
Styling his hair, shows him styling his hair, getting ready for the date in front of a gold mirror. But why is an 89-year-old on TikTok?
You think he runs it?
I don't know.
Probably, I assume it's a grandchild who's. We got an opportunity here to make some money.
Let's exploit Granddad.
Yeah, come on, Granddad. We can make some money. If you just do, I'll take care of all the stuff. You just do what I tell you. Live your life. Wow. There was one the
How
other.
much are they making?
I don't know. They may think they've got something to build on. I don't know. But I mean, you got huge numbers to make a lot of money.
Waiting an hour. She didn't show up, so I just ate alone.
Oh my gosh!
I had my chips and I went on home.
This is so sad. But I didn't even know that he was going to see another 89-year-old. Did it say that?
It didn't say.
Slut.
What if he never brought up his age and they just walked in there like, oh no, not this 80-year-old dude?
Yeah, what if he told him he was spry 71? They're like, that dude's 89 if he's a day. You lied.
He's in there combing his old hair. I don't know if that.
He's how old again? 89?
Yeah. Somebody put, you are so handsome. Who would leave such a kind man waiting for you at a restaurant? I hope you're not sad. He's like, well, I'm not damn throwing a party, I'll tell you that.
Well,
How you know he's kind? He could be an asshole.
He could be, trying to kill some woman. She didn't show up, and it saved her life.
I wonder if he responded with something like, how handsome am I?
Yeah.
Like, you want to come over here and find out?
And then others were trying to make him feel better. Well, maybe she just forgot.
Because she's old and stupid.
Yeah. It's possible.
No, hopefully it wasn't to purposefully be mean. Maybe they had an emergency come up. Yeah, emergency was I got to get away from this old dude.
Damn. Why were they filming it? Because it was just like...
Because it was his first date in 30 years, and he's like, come along with me on my first date in 30 years.
Maybe he's the reason he ain't had a date in 30 years.
Well, I mean, he's combing his hair with fish bones. like damn Flintstones do, you know. He's like, no, he seems like he's got a better coat than I do, I'll tell you that. He got a nicer jacket. Puffy.
Is he a handsome guy?
Yeah.
Decent enough for 89.
No,
That's
I mean,
not
he looks good
disgusting.
for 89.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, that was probably his last chance to get a date then. I mean, is he going to go?
Oh, now they're going to be throwing it at him.
Think?
Yeah, everybody's going to have their great grandmother, trying to fix him up. Here's my great grandmama.
Yeah. Throw that old thing on me, lady.
Yeah. He looks like, when he's dressed up for his date, he looks like a writer or something. They always show those British guys in the movies that are authors, writers. But I would like to see, what all he's saying to the camera and how good of an actor he is.
Yeah.
Oh, she's not coming. I'm like, okay,
Maybe that's
whatever.
why she's not showing up.
Well, I'm looking at stills and stuff. So the person who was videoing this for him was also at the date with him.
Yeah.
So maybe they walked in and they're like, oh, what is this bullshit?
Yeah, it's like when you're watching a reality show and they walk up to the door and the person answers the door and they're already mic'd up and they're like, oh, hi.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, you got camera people and all inside the house. You know they were coming. And they ran that microphone cord up your shirt.
Yeah.
The lapel mic.
I don't like this dude.
You don't?
No, I don't believe him.
Mm-hmm.
It's fishy.
You think he's just using it for sympathy dates?
Yep.
Yeah, I can't.
Then he's going to end up, with a whole, fleet of old ladies showing up,
A harem.
with getting their hat pins all together.
He's checking in the nicest old folks home in Pound Town.
Oh. Yeah, can he still, you think he could still perform at 89?
Viagra.
Oh yeah,
Viagra, baby.
it depends on whether he's got enough money for Viagra, because they don't. I don't think they provide that in government-controlled health care at any. But there is a show about a British nursing home, old folks' home, as we would call it, that Ricky Gervais did, and he played the caretaker there, who was not all up in his head, and it was pretty funny, but yeah, they're not like American nursing homes. They're not nice like that. They're just kind of dingy looking and
Sad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But he looks like he's far away from that. He does look like he's in decent shape for 89. Hell, he's ready to get out there and date. So
Oh, yeah. That's crazy.
so I might as well give him a plug on his TikTok.
Sure.
His Granddad Joe 1933 is his TikTok account.
Granddad.
Granddad Joe. Now, I don't think they gave his OnlyFans account. Can you imagine? You click
balls.
on
Ugh.
Granddad Joe, walk around.
Things hanging down the ground. Ugh.
I don't know. Maybe he had a date lined up with somebody that was, several years younger than he is. Doesn't say much about her other than that she's a bitch.
You think?
At the end of the video, Ellington can be seen sighing and looking extremely defeated with an empty plate of food in front of him.
At least the chips were delicious.
Yeah.
The Post reached out to Ellington for comment. However, it was his date's loss, as many viewers rushed to the comments section of the video to give him words of encouragement and kind messages. I want to know what the rude comments were that he got, because he got some.
Yeah.
Sure, it's TikTok.
Oh, I can find out. Hold on.
That's what I want to know.
Hold
How
on.
cruel
I'm
people
gonna look
could
and
be
see
to him.
what we got here.
Because those British people were coming up with some pretty ruthless quips at you, Ace.
Yeah. They're funny.
Man, they got too many. He got too many posts.
But this is a real, this is a real old dude.
89, yeah.
He's a real deal.
Meaning he's a real old guy, not a really old guy.
Well,
I just didn't want people to think I was not using an adverb when it should have been.
I'm trying to picture my grandma going out on a date. She's 86. That shit seems weird.
You think she should just stay home,
Yeah.
not be out?
Make lasagna,
Hooking up?
make your sauce, and let your great grandkids.
So she needs to make lasagna, not love.
Yeah, no.
My wife has a
die.
friend whose mom is on old people dating site, and I think she's in her 70s, mid to late 70s, I think. But she said that when she meets up with a guy, if it's not clicking, she'll tell him right then. Like, you know what? Thanks for coming out and all that, but this is not going to work for me. And it's that concept of, and they're usually like, okay, because they look at it like, we don't have a lot of time to be wasting time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to
But
be.
what's she looking for?
She's just looking for somebody that is, has stuff in common with her, and that she can. They like to visit. Old people like to visit, and you never know. Old people are quick to remarry because they don't like being alone in their final years and all that. They don't like looking at it like I'm going to be alone and I'll hurt. She's a widow.
So she would get married again
Probably.
in late 70s?
Yeah.
Wow.
But
But that's what I'm saying. It was surprising because I would think if you're old and you're just on dating sites, you would just kind of want the experience of like chatting and having lunch. It's like
no, she
tell 'em.
because she doesn't want to waste time, having lunch or sitting around even a couple of hours with somebody that she doesn't really enjoy being around.
yeah.
Here's the only mean comment I could find. Make it 31 years then.
Been 30 years since my last date. I'm making 31.
That's a great comment. I mean, it's wrong, but that's hilarious. Make it 31 years.
Share funny from the Ace and TJ family. More next. Hey, it's funny you'll share. The Ace and TJ family presents the Share Funny podcast from the Ace and TJ show.
It's been a long time since I was in the dating world. Last time I was in the dating world, it was the Clinton administration, I believe. I got out of the dating world in 1993.
Ooh.
What year did Clinton take over? 90?
93, January 93.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Because he won in 92.
So, because was what you call it? Bush won in '88.
Yeah, he was a
and
one
it was
term.
yeah. But 45% of singles say they would ask about personal finances on a first date, and another 45% would ask about credit scores within the first 3 months of dating.
Yeah, what kind of money do you make? That's a weird first date question.
But you don't have to phrase it that way. You say, "What do you do for a living?" Well,
Okay.
whatever.
That's
but you
different.
should know that before you even go out on a date with somebody. You should know what they do for a living. That's the basic, conversation piece.
You're going to ask me about my personal finances on the first date? Go F yourself. See you later.
Yeah, I don't know how you get to that.
That is unbelievably rude.
Yeah,
You make good
but
money?
it's such a wide ranging, wide range of ways that they, could be asking about personal finances. It's not like, I don't think it's necessarily having to say, "Hey, how much do you make a year?" Before we go any farther with this relationship, how much do you make a year? That kind of thing. It could be all kinds of questions that you would just ask in normal conversation. That if somebody didn't already mark it as a question about personal finance, neither one of you would think anything about it. And I think that is part of the reason there are problems with communication in the younger generation. Not just because they've been locked away on phones and video games and communicating through technology and not face-to-face in person, but also because they are hooked up to this technology constantly, and somebody is always putting out rules about how you do and don't talk to people. These things in their head. I'm not supposed to do this. I am supposed to do that. Don't, do. Instead of just relaxing and being able to have a conversation with somebody, too worried about saying something wrong that they read in some article online, some kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
If you say the wrong thing, you'll know it. The person will let you know you said the wrong thing 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
And you can sit and read about conversing with people and having social contact with people all you want, but it's almost like practicing too much without getting in the game. Yeah. I think because everybody's insecure about these types of things, so they're always looking for some sort of a backup for the way they feel. Okay, now I did find evidence that is the right way. Don't do this. Don't say that. Just, they don't just relax and have contact with each other.
Well, and they don't have as much contact with their parents because of the technology and all that. Even though we are more connected, we are more isolated than ever before. So there's less as you grow up. Like, you learn so much about how to communicate with people just from having conversations with your parents or being around when your parents have conversations with other people.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying, that it is all of that, the isolation and all that. Yeah. But I also think it's because of the isolation that they sit around and find all these rules of conversation and social interaction that it makes them scared to even move when they're around people. I'm going to say the wrong thing. I'm going to do the wrong thing. That's offensive. That's not offensive. Yeah. Oh, I can't wear that in my hair because that's cultural appropriation. The rule says that I can't do that. I can't do this. I can't wear that. I mean, when you do nothing but sit around with information in your hand, you're going to get some effed up information.
Sure.
Odds are.
Probably. It'll creep in there.
Yeah, not all information's good.
Yeah.
Look at poor Rob in there. He can't even go to the grocery store, and he doesn't even know whether he should wave at somebody he knows or not.
He effed up. He doesn't
Avoided
know
me.
what he's doing.
Pissed about that.
Yeah, if you are not in Rob's family, he doesn't know how to communicate with you outside of these walls.
I really don't talk to my family that much either.
Well, you got that one cousin.
Yep, he's at my house right now.
And your niece.
Was he just waiting on you to get home to play a board game?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And your niece who's retired. She's so damn old.
That guy going on the date was probably like his nephew. crazy.
Well, Ace, how old is Cage? 20?
20.
He'll be 21 in September?
Yeah.
Okay. And then this new baby going to be born in June?
Yep. According to plan.
So Cage could easily have a kid that would be an uncle or an aunt to to his, baby brother. Mm-hmm. And it would be the situation like Rob and his niece being close together. How many years apart?
6.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cage could easily have a kid within 6 years from now.
Absolutely.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, and even more of a chance of that if Peyton were here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There to be the exact same scenario.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man.
As Kent Temple of the Temple team told me last week or 2 weeks ago, I can't wait till that baby's born. You and I can coach. We can coach softball teams together. Except it's his grandchild and my child, if we're the same age.
Yeah.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, you got it.
But I mean, look how beneficial that whole thing is for Rob and the age of his niece. He ended up with a love out of it. Not his niece, but his niece's best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, Meredith, Rob's cohabitant.
That was his niece's friend.
Best friend, yeah. You remember he used to hide it from his niece?
Yeah.
They met at college and they were roommates for 3 of the 4 years.
They were roommates.
Yeah, and the whole thing about when they first met and were dating, they had to keep it a secret from his niece because she didn't want him dating.
But they were done being roommates when you started seeing her, right?
Correct.
Okay. They were just still friends at that point.
She was out of college by then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were still you had to hide it from her because she was active in your lives and your life in Meredith's. Right?
Well, it was easy to hide it because my niece was living in Michigan at the time.
Okay.
Because she was doing some sort of work thing up there.
Right. So define it.
Yeah. You never.
It's easy to hide it because she wasn't around.
Yeah.
You never had to put the sock on the doorknob and say, "I'm doing your roommate right now, cuzzo."
So what was the problem that she had with it? Why did she not want y'all dating?
She always said she likes to keep her family and friend life separate.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So she never brought any friends around her family?
She did, but like whenever that was like family or friend gatherings, like a whole bunch of them, family wasn't invited.
Can you blame her?
I can see
Well, her
that.
family's trying to F her friends. Every time this happens, one of y'all tries to hump them.
Look what happened the one time she broke the rule.
That was my roommate, my best friend.
But she doesn't call you Uncle Rob, does she?
No, not anymore. It's been a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Rob, you're not going to do my roommate, are you? No. Yes, I am.
I know what a hound you are, Uncle Rob.
Uncle Rob, don't do it, Uncle Rob. Do not do my roommate.
Yeah, please.
Uncle Robbie. Damn it.
I'm sure Meredith would love this if she
No,
could
she'd
hear it.
be mortified. She's a sweet girl.
Uncle Rob, she does not need to see your box fan.
Yeah.
You don't need to be anywhere around her when you're sleeping.
Yeah, that's first date conversation. Heads up, I'm not going to tell you about my finances, but I do travel with a box fan. So if that's going to be a problem, we can just wrap things up.
The first night she sleeps over, he's got to go through this whole explanation. I got a couple things that got to happen here.
It's got to be 50 degrees,
Yeah.
and I have to put this box fan blowing on us.
Did your ex-girlfriend Riggins have a disclaimer and having to tell you she sleeps with her kid blanket, or she
No.
just hid it from you? And
She hid it until I found it.
yeah, and it
Then
was
and
ratty
it was
and
like the
nasty.
weirdest, like admission of what it was and like how long, and I was like, oh no, like I caught it, I found it, I discovered it, and she was really uncomfortable telling me about it, rightfully so, because that shit was disgusting. And I'm like, and you hid it like between the wall and the bed? She goes, yeah, just when you came over.
Was it clean?
No. Oh, I mean, it looked like a 30-year-old, like brown, and you
So
could tell
she
it's like
didn't
one of those
wash
things-
it regularly or anything.
Maybe she did, but I think even when you've had a stuffed animal or anything that long, it's just like dingy.
Yeah.
And it was brown and gray and tattered. Oh, it's
I
disgusting.
think that is akin to an adult sucking their thumb.
Absolutely. Because and her roommate would sit there with her baby blanket. They'd sit in the living room, and her roommate would be over there playing with her baby blanket in between her fingers. It was like this little ball. I said, "What is that?" And she goes, "Oh, that's her baby blanket." I'm like, "Y'all need to get help. Like, go to couples like therapy, honestly, because you guys need some."
Yeah, they need to go to
coping
Yeah, that's
mechanisms.
wild. They would just sit and play with their baby blankets in the
in
living
the
room.
30s.
In their I mean, close to it.
But I bet there are a lot of interesting disclaimers that have to happen between couples the first time they're about to spend the night with each other.
Yeah,
Okay, just so you know, I have to have a box fan.
yeah,
So you may want to put on a sweatshirt or something. It's going to get cold.
yeah. I ditch all the extra pillows when I know somebody's coming over, 100%. But then eventually, I got to come clean about it.
And how is there room for another person with all those pillows?
There's
you
not
got rid of?
really, so that's why I ditch them because there's 8. Comfortably, I sleep with 8, and so yeah, I ditch 4 of them when somebody's coming over.
I have a friend who's single. He divorced, and he doesn't just have sleep apnea. He's got something like levels above that, to the point where the type of machine he uses is not a regular CPAP. It's more like an oxygen mask kind of thing. Like you would have, like it's more of a ventilator, so to speak.
Wow.
Because he just completely stops breathing in his sleep for long periods of time. So they're scared that he would die without. So he can't sleep one night without his machine. So whenever he's, going to spend the night with a lady, or a lady's going to spend the night with him, he has to strap that thing on his face.
Yeah,
And he has the machine to help him breathe.
Hey, miss any part of Share Funny? Subscribe to the podcast on all major podcast platforms. More Share Funny coming up. Share Funny has its own Facebook group. To join, search Share Funny and get more. Now more Share Funny from the Ace and TJ family.
Hey, why every other country's animals look more dangerous than ours? You ever notice that? Like their snakes look meaner. Their wild mammals out in the forests and the jungles and all. They always look. I mean, there's nothing in U.S. America that's going to like tear you up like a hippo would. We ain't got elephants and stuff like that.
I don't know.
We
What
do
do we
have
have?
cougars.
Yeah, what
We have
about the
cougars, mountain lions, that
bison?
that stuff. Yeah, but they won't do you
Buffalo,
like
they'll
that.
tear you up. They'll tear you
No,
up.
well, not like a hippo though. You kind of have to mess with buffalo, bison.
Do
Yeah, get up in their space, and a hippo just sees you, and they'll freak out. They'll just go nuts,
There's
chase you down. They're fast too.
there's a subreddit called "What Could Go Wrong" that is one of my favorites to look at because it just something bad's going to happen every time. And the other day it was "What could go wrong?" Getting up close shots on a safari or something like that, and these people were standing in the back of a Jeep, and they had pulled forward to get a close-up shot of these rhinos in the bushes. And one of the rhinos decided, I'm about had it with these people getting a little bit too close. And so the driver on the trail, suddenly there are 2 Jeeps. One of them is facing away from the rhinos, and the one is facing the rhinos. And as that rhino comes through that bush charging, they got those in reverse. And for about 40 yards, I thought, I'm impressed with how fast this guy can drive in reverse because the rhino is sprinting at the Jeep. But eventually, he runs out of luck because it's hard to drive fast in reverse, especially with people standing up screaming in the back of a Jeep. And they drove off the trail, and it dipped off like a little ditch, and the Jeep flipped over, and the people had to jump out of it as it flipped over. And I was like, oh my God! Now the people are on the ground, probably injured, and Rhino is still charging. But he ran past them and started hitting the Jeep. And the people were getting up to scramble. I was like, oh my God. It was one of the most frightening things I'd ever seen.
That's what I'm saying. We ain't got nothing like a rhino.
Well,
And in those Asian countries and stuff, their fish are vicious. You see how the different breeds of fish that they have in those that they'll catch in like the Philippines and all of those type places. coming out with giant teeth and stuff. Have you ever seen that show River Monsters, where the British guy goes around fishing in all these, exotic places? Yeah, I mean, what do we got? In U.S. America, we got maybe 2 or 3 types of fish that'll attack you and hurt you.
Well,
You go swimming in China, somewhere like that, you might not come out. Don't just go jump in a pond or a lake or nothing. No rivers over there. Don't jump out of that big, long wooden boat, because you'll get eat is what'll happen. You'll get out there and get eat.
do we have piranha?
Yeah.
And we do? Okay. I just looked it up. Deadliest animals in America. Spiders. Let's see. Number 1 is great white shark. Great white shark, polar bear, timber rattlesnake, American alligator, cougar.
We ain't got no polar bears.
We don't have a polar bear, do we?
I just Googled
Maybe
it.
in
America?
Alaska. Maybe in
Yeah.
Alaska.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
Alaska.
Yeah.
Alaska. Okay.
Cougar, Mexican wolf, coyote, stingrays. I would agree. Those don't look as bad as some of those other, especially.
Hell no, they're catching dinner in those little rivers in the Philippines and all. That they ate the fish before the fish could eat them. I mean, they're taking their lives in their own hands, going out there just to catch dinner. We got bass tournaments.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the greatness of America. Capitalism has provided us with animals that aren't as dangerous as other third world nations and all that.
Yeah.
It's just another great thing about America. And I don't know that we have piranha. I thought we did in some areas, but I know I know those snakehead fish are, where'd they come from though? Those dangerous snakehead fish that can walk on land and stuff.
China.
China. That's right.
The China fish.
Piranha not currently found in the United States. One piranha was captured in a pond in Riverside County, California in 1987. The pond was drained and no additional piranhas were found.
You can order them though from Amazon. That's where they got them. They got them on Amazon.
You get them over there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what I heard. That's if you want them, you got to order them off of the Amazon.
I think the scariest animal we got is the alligator. Or
Yeah.
the crocodile.
Yeah.
Because then we see the videos, like that last week or whatever, that old woman.
Yeah, we don't have crocodiles unless they were brought.
Or just alligators. But
Yeah,
that shit's
alligators are bad. I
probably
don't
the
even count.
scariest animal.
I don't even count though sea animals,
like sharks.
sharks and stuff like that. I'm talking about just things that you could run into.
Yeah, this
just
lady
going to work.
This lady's in her backyard walking her dog, and she gets attacked. Like you
Yeah.
never hear about. I mean, that's way scarier than a bison or in a national park or something.
Yeah. I was thinking though, would you rather be eaten by a shark or die in a like a pit bull attack?
Oh,
Because that's what we hear in the news. I think there's a guy in San Antonio, 80-something-year-old man,
Shark.
that was attacked by a branch of a pit bull.
I'm going shark on that one.
Yeah, I would go to shark. It'd be over fast.
Over faster. Yeah. Very fast, very swift. Done.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
What do they call pit bulls? Staffordshire Terriers.
Stratfordshire
Terrier,
or
something like that. Yeah.
Oh, they're not called the pit
But
bull.
this is a type of the way they put it in the stories now. It is referred to as a pit bull. It's a type of the same breed.
A staffy, I think is what they call them.
Yeah,
for short.
because a pit bull is a terrier. It's called a pit bull terrier.
Yeah.
Right? Makes you think it's just like a little long-haired cutesy dog, like a Yorkie,
little Yorkie Terrier.
like a Yorkshire Terrier. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's terrier.
Yeah, tear your damn head off.
But yeah, I am so afraid of sharks, and the thought of being attacked by a shark just sends me into the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
But if I've got to be attacked by one or the other, and you know it's going to be a death.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not saying would you rather have a shark bite or a dog bite. That's not the same thing. Obviously, you'd rather have a dog bite than a shark bite. But if you got to choose your way of dying,
Yeah.
they're either going to feed you to a shark or to big, strong dogs, vicious dogs.
Yeah.
Or a damn Monkeys. What you
Yeah.
got there? All
Yeah,
right.
I think
or
I'm still taking the shark because it's going to be faster than a monkey. Monkeys would just, I mean, they'll drag it out.
Yeah.
They'll pick your pockets and shit first.
So you're going to be dead.
They go, yeah.
Yeah, they'll do all
They
that
have to
shit.
strip you down before they, they're little thieving bastards.
Yeah.
They are. You see what they do to them people in India.
Yeah.
And you just walking down the
Stealing.
street and they just mug them people.
Put their finger in your butt or something before they kill you. Was that necessary? Just kill me. Come on, man. Yeah, they said like monkeys are cruel.
Yeah. Dragging their old rainbow butts across your face.
Smoking cigarettes the whole time.
Yeah.
Burning you with them.
It's messed up.
Like throwing coconuts down onto your head. When you're like, they mean, man.
Yeah. They're killing you and rubbing you by stealing your stuff.
Yeah, they humiliate you before they kill you.
Stephanie says there's American crocodiles in Florida.
Yeah, they're called alligators.
Yeah. I don't believe that.
This is the Share Funny podcast from the Ace and TJ family. More next. This is the Share Funny podcast from the Ace and TJ family.
Let's go.
I found this story the other day, and it just had such a wonderful quote from the person that I just felt the need to share it on Share Funny, but I've been forgetting. You know, people who sometimes will inspire you by their life experiences, not their truth or not their lived experience. I don't use those stupid ass phrases.
What about their journey?
But this is their life experience. A lady, Genevieve is her name, and she went in and she had a BBL. That's the Brazilian butt lift. So popular now as a procedure. Her experience with the Brazilian butt lift was not a good experience. As a matter of fact, she called it traumatizing. Here's what she had to say about it. Quote, "I was about to die. I remember waking up from surgery, screaming from the top of my lungs. The pain was unbearable. It was literally like getting dropped off in the jungle and getting your ass whooped by 20 gorillas. I mean, I don't know, hitting your toe on the corner of a metal box spring times 1,000,000,000. Bitch, it hurts. No, never again." End quote.
Bitch, it hurts. No, never again.
Getting your ass whooped? What? Getting your
It
ass
was like literally like getting dropped off in the jungle and getting your ass whooped by 20 gorillas. Isn't that great?
That's a very
Great picture she's painting.
Yeah, love that.
And then it says it's like hitting your toe on the corner of a metal box spring times 1,000,000,000. Bitch, it hurts.
Bitch, it hurt. Yeah. No, that's good because it really paints a picture. Love that.
Yeah. And what a great service that she's providing to the public there. Like, be careful.
Be careful. That was done in a hospital?
Yeah.
It's not funny, but it's a great descriptor.
But the death rate for a BBL is only 1 in 20,000. And a lot of people agree with it. They had the BBL. Thought they were going to die. The pain was so horrific. Said the pain lasted 8 to 10 weeks.
Damn.
Bitch, it hurt.
Bitch, it
It
hurt.
was mentally and physically draining.
What is the Brazilian butt lift? That's where they inject it, make it bigger, and lift it?
Yeah, we inject fat into it.
Okay.
That's where they give you a fat ass.
Yeah.
And then people have a problem saying that. You can't say that, but that's what it is.
That's what it is.
They put fat in your ass. Therefore, making you have a fat ass.
Ace will just have a fatter ass. He already got a fat ass. You say that.
I do, but that's, I mean, you know.
Not that you're fat. You got a fat ass though.
Still,
Well, he was upset about it earlier. So
I do have a big buns.
They did. I saw it on a guy. They had a guy in the news the other day
Yeah.
that had a. I don't know if they called it a Brazilian butt lift.
They
But it
did.
was something. It was.
He
Right?
had all kinds of stuff he was getting done.
was it?
He
It
was
was-
addicted to procedures.
Do they tone that though? Like
Yeah.
if you get a Brazilian butt lift, male, female, doesn't matter. Is it more contoured and toned, and not just a big fat ass like mine?
I don't know. I've seen some of them, you know, in those tight, you know, they'll wear those really tight leggings or whatever, and it looks like, you know, just a big giant tub of cottage cheese.
Right.
You can see it through the pants, looking like they got hit in the ass with a bag of nickels.
what a visual.
It's still got cellulite in it.
Maybe I'm looking at ones that were done, as they say, on the cheap.
Yeah.
I don't know how much contouring they do to it.
That's like a deal with the devil. Like, we'll give you a nice fat ass, but it's gonna be all dimply.
But it's
and-
going to literally be a big fat ass.
Yeah.
But that's not the same as butt implants, because the implants are, you know, they
Yeah.
open it up and they put the things in there, and I just think though maybe can you see those like work around to the outer layer of the skin? It just looks like they got plates.
I don't know.
Stuck on their butt cheeks.
I don't know anything about that.
You think we could get somebody to give us Brazilian butt lifts just for the internets?
I would want to see that. That's good content right there.
I didn't know guys did it either until I saw that story you're talking about, Regan. I've never seen a guy getting butt implants, or not to say that they don't, but I think if a guy goes in and gets butt implants, he's not getting a huge ass. He's just getting an ass because it's flat.
I was telling you the other week on Instagram, I keep getting ads for these underwear for guys that make your butt look better. And I thought, what was I looking at that Instagram would think?
Yeah.
He's looking for a better ass.
Probably conversations in here.
Yeah, maybe. But I thought, what? Is there that big of a market where guys are like, I need a better ass? Like
For those draws,
Sure.
padded draws.
there must be.
Yeah, I bet a lot of guys think about, man, I'd like to make my ass look better in pants or whatever. They know it's a selling point. There's a commercial. There's an ad for men's. Is it men's Lululemon or something like that?
Come on.
Which is an oxymoron.
Yeah, and the whole ad is this guy standing there. He comes in like from playing golf, and his wife, who happens to be wearing, I think it's Lululemon, who happens to be wearing a very flattering outfit, a workout outfit, is like, I can't believe how good your butt looks, and it goes on and on about how good. The whole ad is about how good those pants make his butt look.
Yeah, because women like men with good butts. I mean, they
Yeah.
always have. Because, I mean, really, how much do they have of us, you know, of the male body to be looking at in a sexy way?
Yeah.
You know? But, Riggins, you couldn't use a little butt lifting in your drawers?
I could. Well,
What kind of butt you got? Because you
Flat
wear
butt.
saggy pants, so I've never seen the contours of your buttocks.
I never really thought about my butt all that much.
Let me see it.
But my sister-in-law was like, she was talking about my brother one time, and she was like, none of you brothers have good asses or something like that. And I went, and that was like when they first started dating. I was like, excuse me? And don't say I don't even know you. But it turns out she was right.
Did you fire back with something derogatory about her appearance?
Probably. I don't remember. I'm sure I did.
But, yeah, you've always worn baggy pants since I've known you.
I don't really think about my ass a lot, but I guess, yeah, maybe maybe Instagram was telling me, like, you got a flat ass.
Yeah, I have no ass at all.
No ass at all?
No ass at all.
That's your the medication you're on?
What it look like?
Flat AF.
Well,
Has it always been that way?
Yeah.
That's why your back hurt. You're sitting on your spine. Like, damn. You got all your weight resting down on your backbone.
Pants do not fit well.
that's why that sciatic nerve is screaming, boy.
Pants don't fit, hats don't fit.
I didn't know what to
All
do.
his ass went to his head. That's why it's so big.
Got an ass head.
So you want some of those draws?
No, I'm good.
You don't want any draws, Rob?
No, I'm okay.
Yeah, let's get Rob a big, nice ass. That would be so fun if he comes here in those cargo shorts and his ass is just popping.
Yeah.
Like, boy, you better calm that thing down. Dragging that wagon.
Wow. So I guess, and I never noticed. It's not like I'm saying I never noticed guys' asses. I'm not gay. It's not like that at all. I just never have noticed y'all's asses because y'all wear
Never.
big pants.
I
You wear
never-
big pant people.
Never really look at any dude's ass.
You
ever.
notice Ace's ass? Pay attention to
If
it?
he hadn't have mentioned it, no, I would have never even.
Yeah.
looked
It's
twice
like a
at it.
buggy.
Yeah. It's big.
Big fat ass.
It's a big fat ass.
It's like a buggy. I don't even know what that means.
The Share Funny podcast is a production of the Ace and TJ family. To get more Ace and TJ 24/7, download the Ace and TJ app. Just search for Ace and TJ in your app store. All Share Funny material copyright ATJ Incorporated 2021.